The Saffarid dynasty was a Muslim Persianate dynasty from Sistan that ruled over parts of eastern Iran, with its capital at Zaranj Khorasan, Afghanistan and Balochistan from 861 to 1003. The dynasty, of Persian origin, was founded by Ya'qub bin Laith as-Saffar, born in 840 in a small town called Karnin, which was located east of Zaranj and west of Bost, in what is now Afghanistan, a native of Sistan and a local ayyar who worked as a coppersmith before becoming a warlord. He seized control of the Sistan region and began conquering most of Iran and Afghanistan, as well as parts of Pakistan, Tajikestan and Uzbekistan. The Saffarids used the capital Zaranj as a base for an aggressive expansion eastward and westward. They first invaded the areas south of the Hindu Kush in Afghanistan and then overthrew the Persian Saffarid dynasty, annexing Khorasan in 873. By the time of Ya'qub's death, he had conquered the Kabul Valley, Sind, Tajikestan, Karnin, Karnin, Fars, Khorasan, and nearly reached Baghdad, but then suffered a defeat by the Abbasids. The Saffarid Empire did not last long after Ya'qub's death. His brother and successor, Amr bin Laith, was defeated at the Battle of Bost against Ismail Samani in 900. Amr bin Laith was forced to surrender most of his territories to the new rulers. The Saffarids were subsequently confined to the heartland of Sistan, with the role reduced to that of vassals of the Samanids and the successors. Founding. The dynasty began with Ya'qub ibn al-Laith al-Saffar, a coppersmith who moved to the city of Zaranj. He left work to become an ayyar and eventually got the power to act as an independent ruler. From his capital Zaranj he moved east into al-Rakaj and Zamindawar, followed by Zunbal and Kabul by 865. He then invaded Bamiyan, Badghis, and Ghor. In the name of Islam, he conquered these territories which were ruled mostly by Buddhist tribal chiefs. He took vast amounts of plunder and slaves from this campaign. The Tahirid city of Herat was captured in 870 and his campaign in the Badghis region led to the capture of Kharijites, which later formed the Djaysh al-Shura contingent in his army. Ya'qub then turned his focus to the west and began attacks on Khorasan, Khuzestan, Kerman and Fars. The Saffarids then seized Khuzestan and parts of southern Iraq, and in 876 came close to overthrowing the Abbasids, whose army was able to turn them back only within a few days' march from Baghdad. These incursions, however, forced the Abbasid Caliphate to recognize Ya'qub as governor of Sistan, Fars and Karnin, and Saffarids were even offered key posts in Baghdad. In 901, Amr as-Saffari was defeated at the Battle of Bost by the Persian Samanids, which reduced the Saffarid dynasty to a minor tributary in Sistan. In 1002, Mahmud of Ghazni invaded Sistan, dethroned Khalifa and finally ended the Saffarid dynasty. Culture. The Saffarids gave great care to the Persian culture. Under the rule, the Eastern Islamic world witnessed the emergence of prominent Persian poets such as Fairuz Mashriki, Abu Salik al-Jijani, and Muhammad bin Wasif al-Sistani, who was a court poet. In the later 9th century, the Saffarids gave impetus to a renaissance of new Persian literature and culture. Following Ya'qub's conquest of Herat, some poets chose to celebrate his victory in Arabic, whereupon Ya'qub requested his secretary, Muhammad bin Wasif al-Sistani, to compose those verses in Persian. From silver mines in the Panjshir Valley, the Saffarids were able to mint silver coins. Rulers of the Saffarid dynasty. Gallery.